Hey guys, Ricardo here and welcome to another blog tech tips. And of course in this one guys, I'm going to show you what to do when you get a MacBook Neo. Now of course if you get a brand new MacBook Neo, here I have my MacBook Neo. This one is in the silver color, doesn't really matter the color. However, the first thing you want to do guys is after unboxing your device is of course you can go ahead and look. Mine is now charging, and of course as you can see here, if you can look very carefully, it says that power adapter charging to 80 limit. So one of the first things you want to do guys when you get your brand new MacBook Neo is to limit the charge to 80%. Now what this will do is that it will preserve the battery life. So of course over time your MacBook will only charge to 80%. However, overall it will preserve the battery life and the battery will last much longer and remain healthy at 100% for longer, and you will get more out of your device. All right, so to do this, go ahead guys, and you're gonna go into your tab, go to system settings. So of course once you go into your system settings, the system settings will load. Let me do that again. So go to Apple logo, system settings. All right, so here's the system settings. It was actually open, but it was minimized. So once you're in system settings as seen here, you'll notice a bunch of options. Now what you want to do from here in terms of the your battery is go to battery. See that has to do with the battery. And of course you'll see here it says battery health normal, and of course it says charging here. So if you tap here where it says battery health, click on the exclamation mark with the I at the end, and you'll see here the health of the battery. It says maximum capacity. In terms of health, it says battery condition normal, maximum capacity. This is the measure of the battery's capacity relative to when it was new. Lower capacity is a result of fewer hours of usage between charges. So of course it's a brand new battery. The health is 100%. So if your device is new, it should show 100%. All right, and of course here you can gather more information on the battery itself and so on. Not necessary right now. Now to show you how to limit the charge, I'm gonna hit done. Go to options, and of course there should be an option around here to limit the charge. All right, give me a second. All right, sorry about that, I went to the wrong area. So where it says charge in here, click on the I that's just beneath here. So the one here will give you the health. If you click on charging, here we go. You're gonna turn on optimize battery charging, make sure that's on, and of course this is gonna be at 100, reduce it to 80%. All right. And of course it says charge limit, your Mac will charge to 80%, and of course this will preserve the battery. Make sure optimization is on and it's done. And of course like mine, it will only charge just to 80%. All right, so as you see mine is charging right now. We'll charge it to 80% each time. You do not need to do anything. It will stop charging at 80, and that will cause your battery to last longer. Next thing guys, or the second tip that you should definitely do to your Mac is to enable tap to click. Notice if I tap on an option, all I gotta do is tap on the touchpad and it will click. Now this is not by default. You normally have to go ahead and press right here to click each time by default. As for me, notice for example here, if I were to click the Apple logo, all I gotta do is simply tap. Let me show you that again. So tap to select. So I'm going to show you to enable tap to select. This is a must-have feature. So you're going to click on here, go to system settings. Here it goes again. You're going to scroll down. You're going to go to trackpad since it has to do with the trackpad. You're going to select trackpad. And here is the option right here. It says tap to click. By default, yours is going to be off. So for example here, notice I've turned it off and it's not selecting. I have to actually click right here to select. So click to select, and now I can easily do the tap to select. So anything I tap on, it will automatically do. So for example, I tap and I can close stuff. All right, and I tap, I can easily close anything. So it saves from touching that one section on your keypad for that click section right here. In terms of right and left click, you simply tap, and this is one of the most amazing things that you definitely want to enable. It's off. I do not know why it's off by default, but it will make things 100% better in terms of use. So that's tap to click. Next thing guys to enable, Now, if you check out your desktop and dock down here, and this is a feature that's gonna improve what you see. So check this out, guys. If I hover over these icons, they do remain the same. Sometimes very hard to see what you're selecting. Now we're gonna activate a 3D animation that's gonna magnify the area down here. All right, to do that, go to Apple logo, go to System Settings, go to Desktop and Dock. And here that it says magnification, the size, you can adjust the size of the dock if you want. However, we're going to increase this way above half, put it about 75% of the way. And now hover over the icons. Notice that they grow larger. And of course, you can see what you're selecting as it's at the center. And it adds this cool effect that basically hovers over your icons. If for whatever reason, I leave this at default, but if you want to make your icons on the dock, and that's another tip, to make them larger or smaller, so I'm going to put it right here, but you can make them smaller. Check out the dock, it's super small, or you can make them much larger. You can make them as large as this, but of course there's a limit according to your screen resolution. So for me, I keep it roughly about where it was before. All right, and that's roughly somewhere around here. So we can keep it roughly around here, which is just between here. All right, it won't grow any larger because of the screen resolution, so you don't really have to trouble this one. Go ahead and, if you're on a very larger screen, you can adjust the height, but only adjust this one to get the most. All right, so even if you adjust it now, it won't really give you much, but if you want, you can go ahead and adjust it a bit. All right, so I'm going to keep it as is, roughly around here. All right, and I'm using the magnification at 75%, and you get that cool effect. All right, so you can actually close out that effect. There you go, beautiful. All right, guys, so those are the major effects, are the first things that I tend to do, are the key things that you should definitely do. That's a tap to click, the charge limit to preserve your battery, which will make your device preserve your battery life, and of course make your device way useful down the line, and of course the magnification of the dock, which is so cool. And those are the tips. So that was useful. See you in the next one. Bye.